Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with our basketball coaches on a weekly basis. And joining us is our head men's basketball coach, Jesse Shaw, coming off of a very impressive weekend, so to say. Got a split between Lindenwood and Illinois Springfield, but tell you what, a lot of positives to take out of it. Jesse, what was your thoughts after seeing the film and getting through the Lindenwood and Illinois Springfield games this past weekend?
Well, it's crazy how a couple baskets can change your perception from, happiness to misery. But, I felt like there were a lot of positive things that came out of this week. On Saturday especially, I felt like we were sharp defensively for the majority of the game, and our shot selection and execution on offense is continuing to get better. And I felt like, as coaches, we called a better game in terms of putting our guys in the spots to keep them calmed down. I thought as players that we made good decisions on the floor and we're more under control. A big thing was keeping our turnovers down on Saturday. So I did not feel that great after the Lindenwood game. And that probably has a lot to do with Lindenwood. I feel like they're just getting better, and they have a nice team, and they caused us to a lot of our problems. We gave up a lot of offensive rebounds and had 19 turnovers that day. But all in all, I felt like it was a really positive week for us.
And I was going to say, you go look back at the Lindenwood game, and there was a point where we were down 16, around the 16-minute mark in the second half. But gosh, I mean, our guys just kind of turned it up a little bit more defensively, took care of the ball a little better, and actually got it down to a 2-possession game with about a minute to go. I mean, that talking about positives, you got to look at that and, take that stretch at the end of the first half, throw that away and put that in the rearview mirror. But how our guys battled back in the second half to come, get within 2 possessions was unbelievable.
Yeah, we were really proud of the way that we started and ended that game. It was, the 20-25 minutes in the middle that kind of bit us. But we could have laid down and it could have been a lot worse. And we battled back and made it interesting at the end. And that shows a lot of fight on our players' behalf and a lot of grittiness. So that was good. And I cut up when I cut up the film. I cut up everything that was a mental error or effort error that directly correlated into a basket. And we had so many mental mistakes that we can take care of and we can learn from and get better. That if we can cut those things down, we can be a good basketball team.
Ari Jackson, what a breakout weekend for him between Thursday and Saturday. And just, that's what we come to expect from Ari, and seeing him in high school and then, having a year to get prepared and everything. He just kind of broke out of his shell a little bit this past weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw it in high school. Obviously, I had seen him since he was freshman or sophomore at CBC, and I know he's capable of doing the things he did this past week, and we've seen it in practice all fall. And Coach Anderson made a point to me at some point. He said, "Hey, we got to get Ari some more shots, because we were focusing a lot of our out of timeout stuffs to Owen, and deservedly so. He had a great first game, but I think we being able to use both those guys is just going to help us, so we can run stuff to different guys out of timeouts or when we call plays, try to get those guys closeouts, try to get them shots, and then just let them play off it. And they're both extremely high level shooters. So it's really nice to have those guys on the floor at the same time.
And the other thing too, Jesse, is I really think it's good that some of the younger guys are getting some valuable minutes. We saw that, with Hood and that on Thursday and Saturday. Those guys getting some minutes right now. That's going to prove to be huge when we get into, the grind in January and February.
Well, I think so. I mean, we got Jalen into the game both days, and he started on Saturday, and we started the game really well on Saturday. I think we started out 7-1, and he stepped up and did a good job, and we're still kind of trying to find our niche in terms of a rotation and starters, and we're trying to fill each other out. We've had, I think it was 13 full practices with our whole team there the whole time. So we're still kind of learning each other, and Amir, we haven't got Amir into a game yet, and that's one of that's one of the issues with this year is he was quarantined for basically the entire month of November, and then was playing conference games off the bat, and no Division Ones and no scrimmages, no exhibitions. If we're playing an exhibition game, you can throw a guy out there 5-10 minutes, even if you haven't felt comfortable off of the practice stuff that you've seen, because if you lose, it doesn't matter, but we're going right into conference games, and our games have been 1 point, 4 points, and I forgot S&T maybe 8 or 9, but it was closer than that. So we just don't feel like we have 30 seconds, a minute to give away. But I thought Jalen, he when he got his shot, he's done a good job, and all of our guys. I mean, everybody's been doing a good job when they've gotten a shot, and we're continuing to get better.
Light week this week, only one game to worry about. That's on Saturday back here at the Simon Center as Quincy will come to town. What have you had a chance to see from Quincy over their first couple games, and what are some of the things we need to do to keep the winning going?
Well, they have a 6'9" forward center named Tanner Stuckman, who's averaging about 20 points a game. He's shooting over 40% from the three. He's shooting almost 67% from the field. So he's been, for averaging almost 20 a game with those kind of percentages is almost unheard of. So he's an extremely talented offensive player that is going to devote a lot of our attention to trying to slow him down or stop him. They're a big team. When they're warming up, they're definitely going to look the part. And when a shot's taken, it's going to take a lot of effort to keep them off the glass and keep them from getting second chances and third chances, which is something that against Lindenwood really hurt us. Was if you could have just eliminated all this, some of the second and third chances, it would have helped us a lot there. So that's going to be a big emphasis this week. Just trying to keep them off the glass and slow down Stuckman and the rest of their weapons also.
Awesome stuff, Jesse. Well, thanks for your time. We appreciate it, and we will see you on Saturday here at the Simon Center.
No problem, Jim. Thank you.
Jesse Shaw, our men's basketball head coach, joins us. And once again, the men will get after it on Saturday afternoon, 3:15 here at Simon, as they'll take on Quincy. Once again, the game will be on the Great Lakes Valley Conference Sports Network and also on Saints Vision. No fans still, but we'll have you covered wall to wall on Saints Vision, also on our social media platform at Maryville Saints. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning into MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.